Welcome to an Age of Empires 4 casted game. We got in the color pink, playing as the Malians, Plastic 101. And in the east side of the map, we got the color blue, playing as the French, Tips AOE. Welcome to this game, and if you don't know Tips AOE, he's a really cool guy. I think he streams too on Twitch, and he also have a YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description. What's so special about this is like every match he makes, he either win or loses. He drags an Excel sheet and puts what went right, what went wrong, and what thing he can improve. And he does this with all the matches, and I find it super helpful. I like to watch him a lot. He got really nice matches. Of course, both of these players are Conqueror players, so you should be expecting to see a really decent match here. So we got the Malians against the French. The Malians, a civilization that can go for many different routes. They can trade, they can kaboom, they can be really aggressive. And the French, which they have the early knights. So we should be expecting to see very early aggression here for both parties. Now it's been a while since I recorded a casted game. The reason is I traveled to Japan. I was there like 18 days. That's quite a lot. So I find it quite interesting because I live in China and there is a lot of differences between Japan and China. I was expecting to see more of the same thing, you know, like both Asian countries, like, you know, maybe similar food, similar people, whatever, similar architecture, especially the architecture, but it's not. It's quite different. It's quite different. To be honest, I feel Japan is more westernized. For me, I feel it that way. Whereas China is more traditional, more Asian. In Japan, you have a lot of foreigners too. A lot of foreigners go there to visit and also live there. You have very different countries. I find it very similar to North America, actually. In many ways, of course, it's quite different, right? But in many ways, it's also very similar. So both players are aging up. Tips AOE going for the School of Cavalry. Not surprised. It's pretty much the only choice they have. They can go for the Chamber of Commerce. I believe that's the name. Also known as the French Cock. But it's really weird to see him. Whereas Malian's going for the Mansa Quarry. Just get some passive income here for the gold. Beautiful music for the Malians. I don't know if you can hear it in the game. I put the volume a little bit lower than my voice. You saw that. It's not super noisy. Try to adjust things a little bit because it's like really hard. Age of Empires is one of those games where you zoom in and everything is louder. And you zoom out and everything goes, you know, out. And you move to a place in the camera where there is nothing going on and there is not much noise. And when there is battle, there is a lot of noise. So it's hard to adjust, you know, the camera, the audio, like in game, and also the microphone. We see the barracks going on for Plastic. You should be expecting either aggression from his side or just, you know, some spearmen to protect these villagers here from the knight that is coming really soon here. There you go. First knight joining the field. I love the silhouette of these French knights. They're so unique, and they really look like royal, like, you know. It's really nice, really nice design. Compared to other knights, I feel this one is like the most badass. one of my favorite ones. As far as wooden units goes, the Sipahi from the Ottomans is quite good looking, in my opinion. You can appreciate all the details that the developers made here. Talking about developers, new expansion going out soon, with new civilizations, new campaign, new maps. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I think Relic is going quite a good job with this game, and they're listening to everyone. Everyone was complaining like, oh, like the names of the civilizations are not like they sound weird or whatever. But they change. They change it. They change some of them. They explain why the names, and they give some reasons why they put those names, and also they are listening to the player base, which is very good. So looks like our Malian friend is going for a cow boom here. Tips AoE, not managing to harass anything yet. Should be able to get this one if he's lucky. Spearman not in position yet. And then 1 and 2. There you go. 1 charge and 1 attack, and that's all you need to kill a villager here. Oh, poor sheep. Poor sheep. That's the wrong target, dude. It's supposed to hit the knight, not the sheep. Anyway, second knight going out here, and now that the spearman in here, this guy should be able to get here, but instead he's waiting for his friend. He's like, let's go together, mate. Together we're stronger. And indeed, he arrives. And he goes to attack. And he goes to attack. Come on, no, it's too late now. He's gonna put a wall. Did he realize? He did realize, but now plastic is gonna react with the spearman. You don't want to lose those knights, they're quite expensive. And now with this tower here, it's gonna be a little bit harder to harass the opponent. Second cow boom going for plastic, and the wall looks like it's almost going up, and almost managed to get a villager kill. Almost there. Tips AoE, lose a knight. I'm gonna call him Tips from now. So far he's the only guy who does tips like this, I believe. Let me know in the comments if you know someone who does a similar thing to him. It's quite special. You see archers joining the party here. Scout should be going down. Meanwhile, more protection for Keeps AoE. Just constant protection of archers and School of Cavalry Knights. Now, I'm gonna put the numbers here just so you know how many resources you need to constantly produce units. That's one of the things that is really important to know, and it comes with experience, like how much food you need to produce knights, how much food you need to also produce villagers, how much wood you need for archers, and so on. So if you allocate your resources well, you should be able to constantly produce units, military, and maybe get some upgrades here and there. And now we got 3 knights here. It's like plastic is gonna lose a villager, almost gonna lose another one. Tips retreating. You don't want to lose a knight here. Now this is a considerable amount of units. You don't want to deal with those. And these are javelin throwers. These are stronger archers. They throw from distance, and they also do more damage, I believe. So you don't want to mess with those. This is a really strange position for a cow boom. Really strange. Like there's no space to. There's like What is this? Maybe he wants to put the second landmark here. For those of you who don't know, like, the cow boom basically relies on putting the cows here. The cattle ranch give you food every minute, and for each cow that is here. So if you have a lot of those, basically you have like passive income for the food. Now we got a considerable army here for our French player. Remember, the knights are more expensive, are definitely a better unit. We'll try to get the scout here. Should be able to get him. This archer is gonna do the job, I guess. Yeah, hit it. And now he's gonna deal with the wolf here. The wolf's so annoying. So annoying. Every time a wolf attacks, you think it's a player, but it's not. It's the wolf. And they're like not super strong, but if you don't kill them, they can be really annoying. Tips. Going up for the deer on the top. He feels pretty confident with his position in the map. He should be able to get the board here. There you go. Now securing his position here in the north. Meanwhile, Malians trying to play safe in his base. Typical Malian play where you have your cows, you know, you have your passive gold, you got everything here, you can stay in your base, but sooner or later you need to go out. And this is where things start getting complicated, because if you run out of resources, you need to go out of the map. And inside the wild, there can be an army there waiting for you. Just so far, no signs of both players of aging up. They're still producing units. And also, I didn't see a second town center for Tips. That's very interesting. Usually you will go for a second town center. Looks like he's in a all-in situation where he wants to be as aggressive as possible. Plastic gonna lose another scout, not like this. And now, looks like we'll have a raid from both sides. Need to be very careful you don't lose your knights here. Maybe a good time to add chivalry for these knights. I believe they have the upgrade somewhere. I think he already used it, I believe. Now finally we're seeing some encounter here. Army value 6,000 for Tips, 4,000 for Plastic. But these hardened Donsos are gonna be annoying. The Tips building the runs very far from its base, very far. It's gonna take a while to reach here. I will say you need at least 3 to cause some damage here. Let's see what type of damage he can do with this one. Like, you got the army numbers, you just need to fight well. And if you defeat this army, you can get into the base. And more barracks going out for Plastic. Barracks and archer ranges. Looks like he will go for the gold here. Definitely the right call. You don't want to go into the TC just yet. The TC does a lot of damage and has a lot of HP. And this is a very, very big army. I will be very frightened to know if my opponent has this number of units. Well, the outpost's gonna be annoying here. Donsos gonna deal with the rams and now knights going up from the back. Donsos retreating. Didn't get many knights here. Oh, the javelin throwers trying to focus on the archers. Donsos Trying to do a good job here with the knights, but the knight numbers are just too high. They're just too big. More reinforcements going out for tips. Doesn't look like a good fight for Plastic. He's gonna lose his army. And with that, no more spearmen in the field. Knights should be able to clean this up, but the knight numbers are not as high anymore. Quite interesting, he didn't garrison units in the town center. He could have potentially do a lot of damage. This town center does a lot of damage, especially in the feudal age. But now he's gonna do that, and it will be a little bit too late for that. The damage is already done. Tips, retreats. He knows he managed to clear his army. If he continues to fight on the base, he's gonna keep losing army. He needs to get more resources. No signs of a second TC yet, so production is gonna be a little bit slower. But you know, this is like the passive Song Dynasty. They produce villagers at 17 seconds, so this should give him quite a big lead. And also, he killed 20 villagers, so that's a big loss here. If you check the resource per income, we see Tips having more resources. Now more rams are being made. Should be able to do a nice push now that his army numbers are not as high. Maybe trying to do a double attack. The rams here, the knights from the south. That requires a lot of macro actually. When you see Tips going up for a lot of gold, should be able to age up, but his food income is not there yet. And now knights going to do a raid here, and this is the time you need to push. When you attack both places at the same time. Oh, come on, the villagers were here. Oh my god. It happens. It happens. Like a double attack will be really nice here. Like raid here, push here. And now he will be in a very tough situation where he can defend. He cannot defend in both places, especially his army was wiped out. He managed to recover some of it, but not the same here. See Plastic with the cow boom already having 1000 resources per minute. Should be able to go to Castle Age, but it's not the right timing. If you go to Castle Age, you're gonna die. And now we see a second push going for Tips. It's gonna grab the houses here. And now the archers should be able to deal with the javelin throwers. But now the knights pushing. Make sure you don't. You just need to make sure you don't lose the knights here. Spearman. Without any luck, they cannot attack any knight. And now they should be able to do it. Tips retreats with the knights. And the ram just being annoying there. Oh, that's a lot of knights. But with the town center, he should be able to be safe. The problem is, this is gonna be a lot of damage on the gold mine. Now Tips decides to retreat. There are too many Donsos here. This dude didn't make it. Now he's dealing with the... Now he needs to deal with the rams. The problem is not so many villagers for Plastic, and you can see the resource per income for both players are quite different. There was some raids going out for Plastic. Managed to get his attention in his base. Unfortunately, this knight should be able to deal with everyone here. It's just a little bit of a distraction Now the wood line is almost depleted, so he will need to go out for another wood line. Hopefully need this one closest to his base. Now he's going for an attack. It's like, you know what? I'm tired of being bullied. I'm gonna be the bully now. Now the javelin throwers doing a really nice job getting those archers from distance. And he indeed managed to push Tip's army to his base. Now Tip's going for the castle age. And there you go, the Royal Institute is being built with 25 villagers. He needs to build it fast because this army can deal with this one, for sure. There's not enough archers to take out all the Donsos. And without that, it's gonna be very dangerous for the knights. You don't want to lose this knight. So he's doing the right thing. He's building the landmark. And with that, elite upgrades are going out for both archers and the royal knights. Oh, now you got these canted saddles. This is a really nice upgrade. The French knights just have such nice upgrades for their knights. It's super. I feel super empowered, especially in the early stages of the game, where you're just learning to play your gold, platinum, silver. You just have this knight here, and you just feel so good. You veteran see going out for the knights. These guys should be really hard to deal with. But we also got the coral going out for our cow boomer, which there is not enough cows around here. That's the problem. You want to make sure you have enough space to put the cows, so you can manage to, you know, put all those things here. You could move those cows here, but you still need to build more ranches. Now, Sofas trying to be a little bit annoying. Managed to get the first villager kill, and now farms going out for our French friend. Nice and safe between that TC. Castle Age also going for the Malians. But now a third wave of attack is coming, and now Tips has the upgrades here, the Royal Bloodlines, which will give these knights a lot of HP, and the range armor, the second range armor, which you should be pretty safe inside the enemy base. And there you go, what a timing here. Now you don't wanna do this. These are better than Donsos, so you don't wanna fight those yet. You hear the drums from the Malians. Really nice soundtrack. There you go. I feel like you can just fight this. Yeah, like these are better than knights, so it's like, and they have the royal bloodlines. These are really strong knights. Look how much HP they have, 300 HP each. These are something to be feared of. And with that, Tips managed to get into the base. There's not enough military units here. And also you have a annoying knight here in the north. A lot of idle time for plastic. He doesn't have enough military. It looks like he's gonna tap out really soon. There's no way he can manage to fix this. You already have the knights in the base. More knights going to your base, and with that, GG gets called. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to watch more Age of Empires for casted games.